Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Let me get my camcorder up and running here. Totally forgot to plug that in to start the stream. Should come on any second here. And then once it comes on, we can begin the gameplay. Ah, there I am. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Today, it's pretty simple. Just like last time, we are giving a few decks a shot here on TCO. Opened a whole bunch of decks over the past couple months or so, and a lot of them looked pretty cool, or some of them did at least, that I'm hoping to give the old college try. Give them a shot. So without further ado, let's just jump into a game. Welcome everybody to the stream. Good to see you all. Let me start a new game here, and we'll jump right into it. We're actually starting it off with a mass mutation deck. Sire Zentillion's Avery. This one looked interesting because it has such a high expected Ember count here. 35, and a lot of it comes from the Untamed. With the Dark Harbinger, lots of action cards. We have the 3 mutations here, a couple of Reclaimed by Natures, a Wild Bounty. The mutation of Instinct is enhanced with something. It's enhanced with a capture. So with the Wild Bounty, I could get 2 Ember, 2 capture off of that, which isn't too bad. Double Tempting Offer, double Faust the Great, double Citizen's Tricks with the Form of Giants. And I don't have anything too massive. I have a Sacrosaurus, which is pretty big. Red Wolfy Way. What the heck does that say? Red something or other. Alrighty. Good luck, have fun to our opponent. And we'll jump into it. This guy told me GG already. We haven't even started the game, and good games. Alright, alright. As for this starting hand, that's not bad. Well, hold on a minute. Sacrosaurus. This Exile is a little bit early, I feel like. But this Shadows, dropping Shadow Council in the center immediately, Spike Trap and a Tempting Offer, I say we keep that. I say we keep that hand. I like that a lot. What am I up against here? Double Key Abduction. Triple Exhume. Binate Rupture, no Graft that I see. So yeah, we'll start off with a Shadows, Tempting Offer, Shadow Council, and Spike Trap. Jonathan, got your decks from the Game Found already? Heck yeah. That is awesome. Very nice. Very nice. Has anyone else received their order? I know a few people have. I know like a decent amount of people have, particularly people with smaller orders have received theirs. I haven't even gotten the shipping notification yet, and most other people I know haven't gotten them yet, but I know that some people have, and it's super exciting. It's awesome to see Winds of Exchange finally getting in people's hands. That's so cool. What are we looking at here? What do I want to do? I could go Saurian here. Drop a Sacrosaurus. I could Exalt and hit the Research Smoko, and then I guess exile it. And then I can Defense Initiative my Shadow Council. And I will not exalt that. So now I have a nice worded Shadow Council. Got some Untamed stuff coming up here. Emberspine Mongol, KeyFrog. Reclaimed by Nature, that memory chip. That'll feel nice. For sure. But have you gotten anything cool, Jonathan? And Matt, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. I got mine and 2 of my local group got theirs. Others are still waiting to hear anything yet. Yeah. A number of people in my local group have gotten theirs already as well, and I'm just dying to get mine because I have like 20 plus video ideas for opening stuff and covering my Winds of Exchange, Game Found order, and everything. So, I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. Chrono, Jason, Zoke, welcome everybody to the stream. It's great to have all of you. Trying out some new decks. Nice and simple. We'll purge that Lash, throw down a KeyFrog and an Emberspine Mongrel, and mutation right there. Super awesome to see y'all in the chat. It'll be a pretty simple stream tonight. It is super cool to hear that people are getting their orders. That is awesome. Can't wait until Winds of Exchange is on TCO. Agreed. Cannot wait until WoW is on TCO. That'll be so cool, getting to test out all of our new decks online against other people also playing Winds of Exchange. Memory chip to archive a card. We got a Titan Mechanic coming down. Streak is in the middle of the battle line now. New decks? Yes. So I'm playing this new Mass Mutation deck that I opened here. And then I think I have a number of other Mass Mutation decks here as well that I want to try. So I'm hoping this will be a more Mass Mutation focused stream tonight. BDQ has dropped. Also, I didn't even realize that I was at check either. I've just been playing out cards, having a good time. So for you guys who have gotten their decks, for you who have received their Winds of Exchange decks and have opened a few of them, what do you guys think? You guys got some fun decks? Is the set fun? Is it awesome? Because I personally love this set so far, which makes me even more excited for when I finally get my shipment and can open all of the decks on, well, not most of the decks on camera. I'm just going to be opening my entire shipment on camera, and it's going to be so much fun. All right, so I get to Forge here. Sadly, the Shadow Council is gone. Let's see. I think we can just go Shadows here and cycle it up, you know? Shadows. Throw down the Seeker Needle. Throw down the Lucky Dice. Tempting Offer, the Archimedes. And then throw down Bonithing and capture that Ember right back on there. Mushroom. And end it. I'll keep that KeyFrog on a flank because on this next turn, I might be able to hit check and Untamed, then Spike Trap my KeyFrog to Forge. WoW is by far the most fun set. Dude, it is such a fun set. Such a fun set. Can't wait to get some WoW and throw down some cardboard. I know. Dude, it's just going to be like a straight week of just playing Winds of Exchange game after Winds of Exchange game. I've opened a few fire decks, only one trash deck so far. That's awesome. That's awesome. I feel like Winds of Exchange is going to be a very fun set to open. Okay, I think we're going to get to Forge with KeyFrog here. We're going to go Untamed. I don't want the archives. We can Wild Bounty, Wild Spirit onto the Bonithing, Reap with the KeyFrog, and then we can Spike Trap, which will kill the board, and I'll get to Forge my blue key, Mutation, and end it. We're off to a great start with this deck so far. This one's actually a lot of fun. My I Saves KeyForge deck has a Bonkers Unfathomable. Nice! You got the Unfathipod. That was on my Winds of Exchange wishlist that I talked about in my video. That's super cool. I saw that the I Saves KeyForge deck borders, like the borders of those cards, look really cool. I love the golden, like, glowy background that they put on it. I think that's a cool design. Okay, what are we looking at here? We could... This look over there is not doing anything right now, so I say we go Saurian. I could pick up the Archives, Humble, the Research Smoko, Curse of Vanity, the Streak perhaps? Because then I can Sacrosaurus to Exalt and hit the Streak. Throw down Citizen Shrix, Lucky Dice for no reason, and be done right there. Drew into another beautiful Shadows hand. Heck yeah. Yeah, the I Saved KeyForge decks look amazing. I love their like special enhancement that they've got going there. So hopefully my I Saved KeyForge decks have some good stuff in them. Hopefully all my decks have good stuff in them. In the Discords and everything. So like I've been like going through Discord and whatnot, and I feel like there have been a lot of anomalies pulled. I've heard people say that maybe the anomaly pull rate is a little bit higher for this initial batch of decks, just so people are like more excited about them and everything, just as like a, I don't know, just because it's cool that way. But yeah. Deck name link. Are you asking me or are you asking Jason? The deck I'm using is this one right here. I don't know if this is the one you're talking about, but I'll put it in there if you want to take a look at it. Sire's Antillions Avery. It's a fun one. It's a quick one too, as we've seen. All of my decks are absolutely vile in all the best ways. Heck yeah, that's what you like to hear. That is what you like to hear. Dude, I'm really pumped to open some vile stuff. Some evil Winds of Exchange. Top tier Winds of Exchange is gonna be absolutely wicked. Like nigh unbeatable, I'm telling you. Okay, let's go House Shadows here. We can look over there to hit the Proliferator and steal one. Seeker Needle to finish the Proliferator off. Throw down a Shoulder Id, a Gamgee, and a Demo Thief. And end it. Put myself at check for my final key. This has been kind of a blowout game so far, I must say. I'm a fan of this deck. We got the Dark Harbinger and a Fandangle with Mutation. So we got a little bit of burst right there. Yep, I definitely say that this deck is a keeper so far. Definitely is a keeper. So Finn, what are all these best possible ways of being absolutely vile? What can your decks do? What's so great about them? What's so vile about them in all the best ways? I must know. I gotta hear about this. You got some epic token spam. You got some good token synergy. Evil Unfathomable. Evil Equidon. Oh, he conceded. GG. Thanks for the game. Alright, this deck is definitely a keeper. We could play one more game with it. And then I'm trying to remember which pile is the deck, are the decks that I like and which ones are the decks that I don't. Oh yeah, these are the bad decks. These are the good decks. Alright, we can try one more game with that one. Way too many? Nice. Too many power counters. Interesting. Too many power counters. I think each of the houses can do some work. Looking forward to little fun synergies. Yeah, absolutely. There are no houses in Winds of Exchange that I'm ever really sad to see. Besides like maybe Saurian, because I feel like Saurian is on the weaker side of the spectrum for Winds of Exchange. But like I'm never sad to see any of those houses. Unlike Worlds Collide or like Dark Tidings. Like Dark Tidings, I don't want to see Saurian ever. Worlds Collide, I don't ever want to see Brobnar. But like Winds of Exchange, the three houses I get, I'm usually pretty happy to see. This is a really sad starting hand, I'm not gonna lie. I might just drop these Shadows artifacts to start. Oh, I'm up against Dark Tidings, holy crap. Double Grand Alliance Council, triple Triska, KeyForge. Whoa. Well, unfortunately that Triska is gonna live for this turn. I might be able to tempting offer it on this next turn here. Drop a Shadow Council in the center. But yep, the Winds of Exchange hype is real. It is real. Decks are finally getting into people's hands. May is the month of Winds of Exchange. Alright, my opponent is going ham. I really wish I'd had my spike trap out here. That would have been ideal. But sadly, no such luck. Hopefully this lucky dice can protect my Shadow Council though. So what I might do is I could tempting offer, I don't know, the not sure. Do I tempting offer Freebooter Fae or Triska? I don't think it matters too much, really. Because it's just going to be entering play ready anyway because of Triska. So I don't think it matters too much. I can at least put some damage on the Triska and then pop the lucky dice so that hopefully there's no crazy direct removal out here. Legionary Trainer can be strong. Epic Poem can be epic. Absolutely. Epic Poem is crazy. My favorite so far has 3 Dust Imps, Tendrils of Pain, and Arise. Is this an Unchained deck or something? 3 Dust Imps, Tendrils of Pain, and Arise. I can kill all 3 of them and bring them back immediately. That's so cool. Classic Coda stuff right there. Yeah, Unchained decks are gonna go ham as well. Even more stuff I can't wait to open. Ugh, well, I'm falling behind on board here. I think what this deck lacks, actually, unfortunately, is the board control. There's a Stomp coming up, a Humble, but like that's about it really. And then there's the 2 Tempting Offers, so yeah. I can go Shadows. Let's Seeker Needle at Hard Simpson. Action to steal 2. And then Tempting Offer. Again, I don't really think it matters all too much. Freebooter Fae again. Why not? Alright, so now we got the 2 Fausts and the Citizen Strix coming up here, so we could at least tax their key if they hit check right now. That is an option. Oh, the Shadows, though, is killer. Alright, we're gonna go Saurian. Drop the Faust. I will not Exalt. Drop the other Faust. Capture onto a Faust. And then... oh! That's an Ember Pip, not a Capture Pip. Okay. And steal again right there. So now there's some stuff that they have to deal with. So sad I did not draw into my Dark Harbinger because that would have been amazing. At least I do have some good burst right here, and the Emberspine Mongrel will hopefully prevent the Freebooter Fae and stuff from reaping. Oh, Untamed is coming down. Do they have ways to forge with KeyFrog immediately? Waste not. Yes, they do. Okay. Starlights might be garbage and woe. Yeah, I think that's another house that will also be on the weaker end of the spectrum, but even they look fun to me for the most part. Alright, I'm gonna go Untamed myself here. Throw down the Emberspine Mongrel. Also, I realized I was not setting up my Shadow Council at all that last turn. Play Wild Spirit on the Mongrel. Wild Bounty, the Mutation, and play another Mutation. Nice, we got some more good Saurian stuff here. If some of my Saurian stuff survives, I could Exile Sacrosaurus it. I hope my Citizen Strix stays alive right now. They should be focusing on the Fausts at the moment. Yeah. So he gave me an Ember by reaping with the Freebooter Fae. So thank you very much. And also stole it. Very sad. Okay, so I do get to Forge, and I may still be able to stop this key, maybe? So we're gonna go Saurian. We're gonna reap with the Strix. And then we will exile it. Like so. We can then Sacrosaurus to exalt and pop it. Play Strix to steal, and then fight that KeyFrog off the board. We stop their key, neutralize KeyFrog, and hit check for a second key ourselves. This is a fast deck, actually. Like, it's actually moving pretty speedily along here. Fandangle's coming down, Cement Shoes, or not Cement Shoes, he plays Cement Shoes. I have Reclaimed by Nature and a Mushroom with Review. Maybe if Shadow Council stays alive, then I can drop down a Shoulder Id next to the Emberspine Mongrel, action with Shadow Council, and then throw down Bone Kniving. My other Faust is dead though, sadness. So now he's really bursting up too. Shadow Council's still alive. Holy crap. He is really bursting like crazy. What is happening right now? This is wild. Okay, we definitely need to go Shadows then. So I can deal with some of this. Ugh, that Freebooter Fae though is so annoying. Yeah, we're just gonna do it anyway. Shadows. I kinda got to. I kinda have got to. Action to steal 2. Shoulder id there. Bow kniving there. Capture there. Seeker needle there, I guess. So there's my own key frog. This game is a whole lot closer at the moment. Ah, they're going Shadows again, dude. This Shadows, this Freebooter Fae is killing me. Maybe I go Saurian this turn, just so I can deal with their Shadow stuff. That's what I'm thinking. And then maybe I'll draw into Dark Harbinger, maybe? So let's go Saurian. I got the bigger... well, hold on a minute. Do I play Form of Giants or not? Only if I kill the Rocketeer Triska, which I could with the Stomp. And then I could fight Freebooter Fae off the board with Sacrosaurus. So why don't I Stomp the Triska? Fight that off the board, and then drop Form of Giant so I have the biggest creature. This is a much closer game, actually. Okay, I drew some more Shadow stuff. I think my Mongrel's dead. I love Heavy Subsidies and Him to Duma. My I Saved KeyForge deck has those multi-rant and rives and lots of actions from fish to disrupt, like Plunder and Befuddle, and multiple Abyssal Sights and Watch Your Steps. That's awesome. Yeah, that Unfathomable sounds so fun. Abyssal Sights and Befuddles and everything. And Heavy Subsidies is crazy. Heavy Subsidies is just a really silly card. Him to Doom is cool too. Grand Alliance Council. Okay, my dude is still alive. My Mongrel is. Oh, I think I just lose here. Because of CeaseForge. Unless... Wait, no, this is just I can't forge keys, right? Players straight up cannot forge keys. So I think I just lose because of CeaseForge. CeaseForge is a really stupid card, actually. Just the fact that it's just like guaranteed. But wait, I have Reclaimed by Nature. I have Reclaimed by Nature. So yeah, we're going Untamed. Unstun. Mushroom with a View. Reclaimed by Nature. And then Key Frog and Fandangle. So now my opponent is in quite the predicament. Because I'm at check and my Key Frog is out. So they have to take me off check and then deal with my Key Frog and my other stuff. Yeah, CeaseForge is super strong. I got really lucky that I had my Reclaimed by Nature there. I was very lucky to have my Reclaimed by Nature right there. Triska reaps with the Valmart. So my keys are increased, but Mongrel gave me an extra Ember. Okay, so Sacrosaurus gives me an Ember. I think I can win this one, even with my keys at 9. Because I can go Untamed, Reap, Reap, and then Fight for the win. Whew, that was a close game. GG. Thanks for the game, my friend. Dude, I got really lucky that I drew into the Reclaimed by Nature when I did, because I had to get rid of that CeaseForge. Otherwise, he would have won. Because, yeah, CeaseForge is really strong. Alright, so that deck is a plus right there. I like this deck a lot. It's fast, like it says. Its biggest weakness is the creature control, obviously. There's not like a ton of Ember control. Actually, there's a pretty decent amount of Ember control. That's a good Ember control stat, actually. There is a decent amount of that. but it's just really fast. Really fast. 19 Ember Pips? Holy crap. Wild Bounty? See, that's a fun one. I like this deck. That's a keeper for sure. Alright, deck number 2. Let me see if I can find a good one here. A Mass Mutation one, preferably. Which I just opened a whole bunch of Mass Mutation decks. So... Alright, here's one. There should be no shortage of options. Alright, let's try this one. Dimitri W. Slowafoot IV. What a name. Dimitri W. Slowafoot IV. Holy crap, this is an 80 sass deck? I was not aware that I was bringing an 80 sass deck into the equation here. So, why is this 80 sass? Well, that's a massive Ember control stat for one thing. 22. It's because of that triple bone eye thing, which will be super valuable late game. Double gateway to Dis is great. We got a Fandangle, another Keyfrog, this time with Mercy Malkin Queen, and what else? Unoya, double Shadowsmith, 10 mutants total, a couple Infernuses, couple Waking Nightmares. So I think we'll be bringing this one into the competitive queue. Dimitri W. Slowafoot IV. Yeah, this looks like a fun deck. Looks like a fun one for sure. I love Mercy Malkin Queen. Unoya is super cool. I don't have many decks with Unoya. Mole. Oh. Mole is an evil, evil, evil card. Truly evil card. Oh gosh, I'm up against Coda. This is scary and competitive. Oh gosh. What the heck am I looking at right now? Triple Control of the Week, double Gateway. That is terrible. IG, we got Time Traveler and a Mother. Some fun key charge plays here. Oh geez, this is gonna be scary. Well, you can't turn down a turn 1 Commune, so we can keep that and Commune. Double hand of this. Flaxia, Ancient Bear. Flaxia probably comes down right now. Oh, Fogbank. No fighting. Interesting. Well, in that case, I will just drop down some Shadow stuff. Demo Thief. Shadowsmith. Nexus. Dude, triple Control of the Week and double Gateway is terrifying. This deck seems like an 80, might be rated a little high, but MM is my worst at assessing. 80, yeah, it looks maybe like 78, 79 in that range to me. I think because triple bone ithing is just not valid, it just provides no value. Early game, but late game it'll pop off, I hope. All right, so I have to go untamed, which is fine because that's exactly what I wanted to do. Because I can drop down the Mercy Malkin Queen. And then my cats interplay Warded, which is beautiful. Truly, truly beautiful. Why do I have chains, by the way? Oh, Succubus, that's why. This again. Have mercy, please. Gateway, okay. What do I do here? I could Pandemonium. I mean, why not? Sure. Let's Pandemonium. And Awakened Nightmare. Wow, I'm just not drawing any shadow stuff. Like, literally no shadow stuff. He played a singular Ancient Bear for some reason. What is he trying to set up here, I wonder? Why would he only play a single Ancient Bear? Well, I'm gonna go Untamed. Drop a Dark Fairy and a Trimble. Is this a mutant? No, it's just a Beast Terror Cat, okay. Maybe I just Reap twice, or fight the Ancient Bear with Unoya. That could be cool. Sure, let's do that. Fight Ancient Bear. And then Reap. Alright, here's some shadow stuff. Going Logos. Alright, this is probably going to be a very scary Logos turn here. Wild Wormhole into Mother. Wow. Very nice. Very nice Wild Wormhole. Time Traveler. He doesn't have like a library access or anything, does he? He does. Does have a library access. Terrifying. I can't fight. I can't play creatures. Huh. Can't play creatures, huh? I could still go Shadows, maybe? Drop a Mole on, like, Mother or something? Because then I can Perplexing Sophistry successfully. And put myself at check. So maybe I'll just do that. It's kind of a sad turn. So I'll just play Mole. And then Perplexing Sophistry. He discarded Hand of Dis at random. And I drew in 2 Infernus and a Gateway. See, so here are all my Bone Knithings. Coming out a little too early for my taste. Depending on what he does here, I can Gateway and then drop Infernus and a Drekker. And Infernus, his Help from Future Self is kind of annoying because he reshuffled. I could purge from my own discard pile though. Does he have a way to stop me in Logos? No, he doesn't. Let's go Forge. So I think we have to clear this board. Because it's just a little too dangerous at the moment. Can I fight it off with Untamed? No, I'm going to go Dis. We are going to drop the Gateway, which gives him more Ember, unfortunately, but I can at least purge away here. So we'll drop the Infernus, Capture, purge from the opponents, hit the Time Traveler and the Help from Future Self, which feels great. And then throw down Drekker and end it. So he does get this key, but that's fine. And we drew into some beautiful shadow stuff here. A couple Bone Knithings. Not putting in full value, but putting in some value at least. Oh gosh, Control the Weak. What does he put me in? Now those would have been nice to purge. And he put me into Untamed, unfortunately. That is painful. Please just don't destroy my stuff. Because this is a dead turn. Okay. So dead turn, sadly. But shadow stuff coming up. Oh, he's going Dis again. This is not good. Oh gosh. And so it begins. Control the Weak spam begins. Oh, never mind. What? He didn't control the Weak me? I'm shocked. Truly stunned. We're going Shadows. Play Xeno whatever. Bone Knithing. Bone Knithing. And the Shadowsmith. Dude, this is really just an embarrassing hand. Why am I drawing so little? Oh, Gateway and the Succubus. I got chains from the Succubus and... Or no, I got chains from Gateway and the Succubus is hurting me as well. That's rough. That's real rough. I might go... what might I want to do here? This, maybe? What does Stampede do again? If you use 3 or more creatures this turn, steal 2, okay. Discards the Key Charge. What can I archive with Grim Reminder? Untamed, probably. So I might go this, fight Succubus, drop a Drekker, Grim Reminder for Untamed. But now I'm just worried about the control of the weeks, really. Now I'm just worried about control of the week. That's the big thing. But so far, this deck has been a joy to play, for the most part. Alright, control of the week is coming down right here. Probably will put me into either Dis or Shadows. Probably Dis. He was probably going to gateway me right here, and then put me into Dis. Yep, gateway, and then put me into Dis. Surely. So far, my favorite Winds of Exchange cards I have used are Cursed Relic, Flea Market, Heavy Subsidies, Puzzling Trinket, and Staff Up. Nice. That's a good list. I love Cursed Relic. Heavy Subsidies is just silly, it's a hilarious card. Puzzling Trinket is awesome. Amphora Captura 2.0. Staff Up is interesting as well. Alright, so here's the question. There's only one gateway to this in the discard pile. Do I pull my Untamed Archives and drop everything right now and risk getting Control of the Week gatewayed? Or do I do a more inefficient turn? Maybe I just drop a few Untamed creatures and see what happens. Go Untamed, don't pick up the Archives, but just throw a few out there. Just throw a few of them. So then he still feels threatened. And if he does Control the Weak me into Untamed, I have Untamed. If he clears my board, then I can drop more creatures with Gateway. If he doesn't clear the board, then I'll have Untamed stuff and then I drop stuff. Yeah, in my experience, they always have the board clear. It's just always safe to assume that they got something up their sleeve. And then Flea Market. Flea Market, I'm trying to remember what Flea Market does. Is that the one where you... Is that the one where you steal for each bonus icon or Ember icon on a card from their discard pile? Maybe? Or is that something else? Wow, Fogbank and Fogify. I am definitely not fighting this next turn. Definitely not fighting. How do you play Hand of Dis? Phase Shift? Oh, there's a Phase Shift and a Wild Wormhole, that's how. Flea Market is the artifact that is like a weaker lateral shift. Oh, right, that's what it is. That's what it is. Let's see. What do I do here? I can tax this key if I go Dis. I'm gonna discard that. Play Snarette. Mindfire, Vigor. Okay, well now I guess I'm gonna stop the key. I guess it was stopped already. No, not really. Okay, no matter what house he puts me in right now, I'm not super mad at it. Because I've got good stuff in both. In all three, I mean. Dayami, hello! Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. I'm in a fierce match against this disgusting Coda deck with 3 Control of the Weeks, and I'm using this Mass Mutation deck that I opened recently. Alright, so Control of the Week, I don't really mind. Puts me into Shadows, that's fine. I'm fine with Shadows. I'm gonna Vandalize, for one thing. Choose a card to discard, Control of the Week, goodbye. And then put that right there to steal one. Ooh. Now this is tasty. This is tasty. Clear my board. Go ahead. Go right on ahead and clear my board. Okay. Actually, that Life Ward really hurts. Now that I'm thinking about it. That Life Ward really hurts. what I could do is I could go this. I can't play the Infernus, but I can Stir and Grave. Play. All right. So what's in his discard pile right now? All 3 Control the Weaks and both his Gateways. Ah, I really wish I could play my Infernus right now. This, Stir and Grave, the Pismire. All right, just don't play more than 2 cards this turn, and I'll be happy. Just don't play more than 2 cards, and I'll get to purge your stuff with Infernus. But most likely, I'm going to be going Untamed here. I just don't want him to play more than 2 cards, so that he doesn't reshuffle into his Control the Weaks and Gateways. That's all I want. He played 1. Played Ancient Bear from the discard pile. Flaxia. Ah, dang it. He's reshuffling. I can stop him though, because I put Pismire in my archives. So I can drop a massive board. Okay, so I think it's all gonna come down to what he reshuffled into. Because I can go Untamed, pick up the archives, but it's all gonna come down to his reshuffle here. It's all gonna come down to that. Because I can play Mercy, Eunoia, Flumph, Trimble, Fandangle, Pismire, Dark Fairy, Oriana's Attendant, Rapid Evolution, the Pismire. But it all comes down to the reshuffle, because if he puts me into something or clears my board, then that'll be it. Just opened an AoE display, pulled nothing other than a great name, Boss Nuke Biggs. That is a pretty epic name. Boss Nuke Biggs. Last week my store had a sealed alliance tour. Opened 2 AoE. Got 8 times, like 88 times. With 2 Mimicry, 2 Miasmas, a TMTP, 3 ZOX Researchers, and a PE. That's insane. Can he key charge right here? Yeah, that sounds like a super cool AoE deck. Can he key charge? Probably not, because he's not reaping. Unless he has Ember in hand. Oh, we got there. We got there. Got there in the end. Wow, that was a stressful game. Those Control the Weeks, thankfully, I was able to... I just had the one dead turn. The other turns were okay. Stir Engraving, the Pismire was absolutely clutch. And then, yeah. That's cool. That's a cool deck. I like that deck a lot. But yeah, 2 Mimicries, 2 Miasmas, a TMTP, 3 ZYX Researchers, and a PE. That's so good. That's like what you want to see out of AoE. If you don't get a Genka, then that's what you want to see. Maybe Brig as well. Okay, so that's Dimitri W. Slowafoot the 4th. What was the name of the deck that I just went against? I don't know. I didn't check. Let's play with it one more time, and then we'll move on to one more deck. Or maybe 2. We'll see. I'm getting really hungry. Again. For my limited play so far, Trooper might be a D tier token. The stock for Diplomat and Cleric has gone up. Yeah, Trooper, in my opinion, is like one of the worst token creatures in the game. For me, at least. Because just exalting every single time you do anything with him is just way too excessive. especially with the lack of Ember dump there is in that set, and in Saurian, just in general. Yeah, that's just terrible. Trooper is such a bad token feature. Untamed, Dark Fairy, Commune again. We got the turn 1 Commune a second time. Gotta love it. So what am I up against here? Some ridiculous Star Alliance shenanigans, a couple Tau Vapors, a couple Zooms. Ooh, Eon the Fringes, that's scary. Please don't tell me there's a Discombobulator. Oh, thank goodness. No Discombobulator. Alright, let's go Shadows, perhaps. Demo Thief. Xeno Thief. Bow Niffing. Opportunist. I actually played KeyForge with my brothers and teaching my mother. It was rushed together 4-player rules. Hey, there you go. Getting more people into KeyForge, that's what you like to see. Trooper seems to be used as an Ember bank that is hard to kill until you can reap with them on last turn. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the fact that they're a big body is handy, but it seems like you'd want your use of them to be like kept to as much of a minimum as possible. Wow, Twin Wolf's mission is unfortunate. They did not reach check. This Logos is just going to town. Daughter is annoying. Yeah, let's go Untamed here. Play Fandangle and Pismire. Then who do we Rapid Evolution? Fandangle or Pismire? How about Pismire? Because hopefully I Forge here, and then if I do, Fandangle's not really doing much of anything. Haven't played it in a while, it was fun. Nice. I'm glad to hear that you're getting back into it, especially with your family. That's awesome. Alright, the Star Alliance is finally coming out. Captain Vel Jericho. Oh boy. Commander Chan. Kirby. Tau Vapors. Oh no. Worlds Collide is doing Worlds Collide things. Do we have a Garcia? Do we have... Oh my goodness, that self-bolstering automata. Oh, Quadricorder. Very rude, I must say. Very rude. I don't really want to Gateway here. I mean, I really do, but I also just don't. I'm sad that I don't have any creatures entering play ready. I don't have any creatures in hand to go with Fandangle. So that's sad. Maybe I just go Shadows? Yeah, I think I'll go Shadows. We gotta get the Kirby out of there. Could... Might just Reap there. Perplexing Sophistry. They discarded Jargoggle at random. That's not too bad. Vandalize. Let's get the Evil Eye out of there. And do that. So that put me at some decent check. I've got a Snarette and a Waking Nightmare. So if his board keeps growing a lot, then I can Gateway. Okay, he's going Dis. So depending on how many creatures he drops, I might just have to Gateway. Which is not ideal, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. I know, Jericho is ridiculous. Jericho is so good. Especially in Dark Tidings, I mean in all the sets that she's in, but in Dark Tidings, then when you get like an encounter suit and 2 copies of Ember back and 2 Light of the Archons, and it's in the center of the battle line, and I'm capturing 4 Ember onto it, and it's just massive, and you can't play an action card to get rid of it. It's crazy. Alright, well this Infernus is painful. Holy crap, I just lost 3 Ember off of that. And the Quadricorder's keeping me off check. Sadness. 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 Exhume. What was the other thing that got purged? My Pandemonium? Weird. Okay. Yeah. This is scary. You know what this deck is missing? Is a Mark of Dis. If there's a Mark of Dis in here, that'd be peak. That'd be peak gameplay. So we gotta go Dis. We gotta get rid of this stuff. You know? It has to happen. So we'll Gateway. And Stirring Grave something. Maybe this Pismire. Snarette. And Waking Nightmare. Oh wow. And now we draw into both Infernuses. Nice. We might have to go that route. Next turn here. Dude, Quadricorder on the self-bolstering automata is terrible. And also, creatures like Reassembling Automaton and Self-Bolstering Automata are just like, why is this allowed? How is this a thing? Just these creatures that literally cannot be dealt with unless things are perfect. And then I can just put OP upgrades on them. My Rushed Kitchen Table 4-player rules was 2 simultaneous 1v1s where the first winner has their game state froze till the results of the remaining game. Interesting. That's one way to do it. That's pretty cool. Oh my goodness. This is a very expensive key. Holy crap. Let's just go Untamed. I just want to put this stuff out here. Just want to put this stuff out there. For the fun of it. And then maybe I can go Dis next turn. If Snarette survives, action that Ember away, purge some stuff. GG should come up with 4-player rules sometimes. I think they could do so without too many rules changes. Yeah, I mean, I've played like 3-player KeyForge, and it works pretty well. So I mean, I don't think it'd be too hard to like design or you know, like design 4-player rules or like 3-player rules or whatever, like by Ghost Galaxy. That would not be that difficult, I don't think. All right, let's go Dis and drop an Infernus. Get rid of Exhume and Exhume. And another Infernus. Get rid of Universal Keylock. And how about Hornet's Touch? And there we have it. We're back on even footing. Kind of. I feel like his board is a little bit scarier than mine. Oh, I could have purged one of his Infernuses. That's what I should have done. I should have purged one of his Infernuses. That would have been smart. Oh my goodness. That SBA is getting a little bit too big for me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, here's an idea. It's not... I don't like that idea very much, though. That's the thing. Because I'm probably going to be drawing into more Dis stuff. Huh. Because I was thinking, what if I go Dis and fight the Frayne and fight that guy, just so he's not drawing with Hapsis. Just so I can Grim Reminder all that stuff. All that disc stuff. I don't know if that was the right play or not. It probably wasn't, because I'm also drawing into more discs. I just wanted to archive my Infernuses, that's all. That's all I wanted. Maybe I should have gone Shadows to put some creatures out there. I don't really know. I'm just kind of winging it. Goes Logos again. Does this person have any house but Logos in his deck? Like, what the heck? So here's a question. Do any of you guys play video games? Mainly, do any of you guys play Nintendo games, such as the new Zelda game? Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Because I've been playing the heck out of that game. I've been playing the snot out of that game. It's been out for like 3 days and I've played it for like 30 hours already. I cannot get enough of that game. I love it so much. So, do you guys play Zelda or Tears of the Kingdom or anything like that? Is that something y'all are into? Purge. One thing that would give my version of 4-player rules a real bad time. This Purge is so bad. Yeah, for real. Oh no, Eon the Fringes. I'm glad I have my Gateway in hand right now. I know someone playing the new Zelda, but I don't own a Switch. Okay. Yeah. I prefer more old school Nintendo. Okay, there you go. What's like old school Nintendo stuff are you into? Like the older Zelda games, or just like anything old school Nintendo? Oh, he purged my Grim Reminder. I haven't played the new Zelda yet, but I don't own a Switch and will probably get it soon. Yes, it is absolutely worth it. It is 100% absolutely worth it. Like literally. Like if I didn't have a Switch, I would buy one just to play Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. That's how good it is. All right, let's go. We have to go dis here. I'm gonna pick up the archives. We're going to Gateway. I really wish I had a way to deal with this Automata. Snaret, Drekker, Infernus, Capture, Purge, E, and Rock Rub. And then Purge from my own. My Perplexing Sophistry. And Gloriana's Attendant. Kind of weird. But we're seeing how the deck does, you know what I mean? Oh, you do have a Switch, okay. It looked like you said don't in the chat. You do have a Switch, mostly play Smash Brothers and Slay the Spire. Smash Brothers, that's another favorite of mine as well. Zelda 2 is my favorite Zelda game? What? Now that is a take you don't hear very often. Zelda 2 is your favorite Zelda game. Is it because it's like so weird and unique and like wildly different from all the other ones? Because I've heard that most people do not like that game at all. But that's super cool that it's the favorite of one person. Personally, my favorite Zelda game is Majora's Mask. Far and away my favorite Zelda game. It's like, obviously it's no Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom or anything like that, but it's been talked about a million times online, but just the thing, like the atmosphere of the game. Oh my goodness, this Star Alliance is going crazy. The atmosphere, the characters, just everything about it is so good. For me, it's probably like Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Tears of the Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild. Those would be my top 4 probably. Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Exactly. We can go this again. I don't think I'm gonna win this one, folks. Don't think I'm gonna win this one. It's not looking up for me, to say the least. The game looks kind of tight, but that board is a little bit much. Yes, that's a whole lot of star lines. That is a whole lot of star lines. Yeah, and the gameplay is quite good. I also like Super Mario 2 a lot since it's so unique. Nice. So you seem to be into all the like games that most other people don't like that much, which that's pretty cool. I appreciate that. I can respect that for sure. Yeah, Mario 2 is a weird one. Is a really weird one as well. My favorite Mario game, probably New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Just because I have that nostalgia factor, because I played that game a ton as a kid. When I was like, how old was I when I was playing that game? Probably around 11 or 12. Even younger than that is when I started playing that game. Because I got a Wii, not right when it came out, but a little bit after. And I just played the heck out of that game. So that's my favorite for sure. Oh my goodness, how much star lines does this person have? He dropped a massive star line support the first turn, or like the last turn, and now this turn he's dropping a ton more. What's happening? Battletoads is one of my faves, but it is one of the hardest games ever made. I've heard that game is ridiculously difficult. I've heard that game is just absurdly difficult. So that's cool that that's another one of your favorites. Alright, this Star Alliance is popping the heck off. Any tips for new KeyForge players? Got first 2 decks today and have read the rules, but haven't played yet. Tips for new KeyForge players. Well, for me, one of the things that I tend to tell new KeyForge players is usually just play as many cards out of your hand as you can. Because as a new player, you're not going to know exactly when to hold cards. Like, you're not going to know what exactly is coming up that's going to synergize with what you have in your hands. That sort of strategy is going to take a few games to begin grasping. So really, don't worry about like holding on to cards that much or anything. Just play as much as you can. Just play as many cards out of your hand as you can. And just learn what they do from there. And then, yeah, Jason also, yep, generally you want to reap more than you fight. I mean, hopefully, like, you can, as a new player, I would say, like, ask your opponent, like, which one of your creatures is, like, the most threatening to me right now? And then hopefully they'll answer that, you know? And you can learn what creatures are high priority threats that way. But generally, like, just reap, because the game is a race after all, so reap as much as you can. Zach Armstrong, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. Glad to have you. Hand plus board, yes, that's another great heuristic as well. Another great thing to keep in mind. Hand plus board, whatever seems to be the most of what you can do. If you can play the most out of your hand and use the most of what's on your board, then that's a good turn. Asking your opponent what's most threatening won't really help you against this board state. No, not at all. Pretty much everything is most threatening against this board state. Pretty much everything is a threat. And I don't think I can win this one. I can go Shadows and steal a couple Ember. Oh, here we go. We can mole the Automata and then steal a couple and drop a Shadowsmith. Maybe I'll get to forge 2 keys. Hey, Waking Nightmare? That's gonna do, like, nothing. But no, the reason I say, like, maybe ask your opponent what's the most threatening is because, so, like, on Saturday, like this most recent Saturday, a couple days ago, I went to a local KeyForge tournament, and we were just doing, like, AOA Sealed Alliance and everything, but it was, for one person, it was their first time ever playing. It was their first time playing the game. We taught her how to play KeyForge and everything, and I was her first matchup, and she did a really great job of, like, just asking me, so, like, what do I need to be paying attention to right now? Like on your side of the board, what's hurting me the most? What do I need to be dealing with? And it was super cool to see the synergies and the strategies like formulating in her mind as she was learning the game. So obviously I was happy to tell her, yeah, this creature right here is making your keys cost more. This creature over here is doing this or that or whatever. So as a newer player, that's what I would do, is I would just ask like, hey, what do I need to be paying attention to right now? On your side of the board, what can I do that's most strong, I suppose? But yeah. Sequencing your cards well is also a big thing to learn. Yeah, turn order can be tough. Turn order can be difficult. So that's a good thing to learn as well, for sure. Well, I have my gateway to this, but it might be too little too late. Might be way too little too late. I think it definitely is, actually. Because I can go... Yeah, this Waking Nightmare isn't going to do anything, because I'm going to be clearing the board. So I can go this. Man, I didn't even get to forge my second key. What a shame. Reap. Gateway. To finally clear this ridiculous board. Waking Nightmare for literally nothing. Then Mindfire. Hey, I stole one. Wow, that's crazy. But once the board started coming out, it was just too much to handle. But I had a decent start with some of that other stuff. Alright, so that was Dimitri W. Slowafoot. Went 1-1. I think it's a keeper. It's a fun deck. It's not like ultra competitive. Oh, there's 2 gateways in this deck. I don't know how I missed. The 3 bow knivings, as expected, didn't really do a ton, because they just didn't come out quite when I wanted them to. AOA starter because it was only $9.90, so it seemed like a good place to start. AOA is so cheap because it is the least popular set, but it's perfectly fine to learn with. Yeah, for the most part, I think. I figure if I really enjoy the game, I'll get some Winds of Exchange when it hits retail. I'm also got to play with my son. Hey, there you go. Yeah, hopefully you continue to enjoy it, and you learn the game more and more. And then when WoW hits retail, that would be a very fun set. A very fun set to begin your KeyForge journey with. Alright, so let's do one more deck for this evening. Play a few games with it. Let me find a Mass Mutation one. Okay, so I just have a big old stack of Age of Ascension here. So we're gonna do an AOA deck to finish it off. AOA's okay, it was undertested though. If you can get your hands on Winds of Exchange soon, I'd recommend that. Yes, 110% I agree. I think you got stuck with some pretty useless Untamed. Yes, dude, dude. My hand was just filled with the most useless Untamed ever. That was not doing anything for me at all. Yes, the Dis is fun. I really just wish there was a Mark of Dis in that Dis pod. If there was an MOD in there, that would have been sick. But yeah. So let's play with, what's a good one here? Okay, this one looks kind of fun. This one looks kind of fun. We've got a triple shard deck. Triple shard. Okay, here's what we'll do. Actually, that deck does not look like very much fun, if I'm being honest. I don't know why I put it in my to test pile. That one looks kind of weird. I think we might just go with this one here that I got. That might be what we do. Okay, yeah, let's just do that one. We're gonna play with this Age of Ascension deck to finish it off. Hlager B. Retivaria, the 6th. Let me see if I can find that one. Hlager B. Read something or other. Yeah, this one. This one looked fun. It's a Brig deck. It has the Gangernaut combo, a Phoenix Heart, and 3 Gauntlet of Commands, and some other fun stuff. So it looked like kind of an enjoyable deck to try. Oops. Dex. Import. That bad boy. Alright, we'll play a couple games with this one and then call it a night. AoE is often kind of a grindy set. I played Magic for many years, so grindy won't bother me. There you go. Up against Dark Tidings, nice. Whoa, the triple Eddy and a Chronophage? What on earth have I stumbled upon here? Corrode, a couple Photic Raiders, Sink or Swim, Rakazil's Chant. Thankfully no Storm Surge that I see. Some decent Chelonia stuff. A couple Sciences, okay, interesting. Yeah, we'll keep that hand as well. We have the standardized testing in case he drops the Chronophage. And then an Igor. Okay, that's also kind of threatening. Threatening enough for a standardized testing, I'd say. So yeah, let's go Logos. Standardized testing. Igor. Oh, interesting. Choose a card to add to hand? This is not a very ideal Igor. Because either way, I'm either going to be missing out on Brig or Gayernaut. Maybe... Oh, this Igor really sucks, actually. Let's go with the Drummernaut. Because I don't think I'm going to be brigging this guy anytime soon. As an ex-Magic player myself, welcome to KeyForge. Yeah, no deck building in KeyForge unless you're doing Alliance. So that is nice. Will I be doing an unboxing when you get your Winds of Exchange products? Yes, I absolutely will be. I'm going to wait until I get my entire massive GameFound shipment, and I will be opening all of it on camera. And then even after that, I'll be opening decks on camera, on stream. I have some plans to do some IRL Winds of Exchange KeyForge gameplay with Mordovas, since we live literally in the same town. We're gonna hopefully coordinate some times to record some Winds of Exchange gameplay. I'll be opening 2-player starter sets, I saved KeyForge decks, Unchained decks. I mean, there's gonna be so much content coming out of my Winds of Exchange order. So yes, I will be opening those on camera, 100%. What do we do here? This is sad. Let's go Logos, just for the heck of it. This is probably not the play, but you know, I'll do it anyway. I really just want to draw into my Gayernaut combo. What do I need to be poltergeisting, by the way? There's a Hydra Cataloger. Looks like that's it. There's a Soulbox Thingamabob. But, you know, whatever. The best part of KeyForge is when you do not play against the same identical net decks 50 times in a row. There you go. Yeah, I've never played Magic the Gathering or anything like that. And I've heard of like these terms of like net decking and stuff. And it just sounds like, it just does not sound like fun at all. It's like I don't understand how people get into those games if it just is a bunch of the same deck and maybe 1 or 2 cards are different. That's what it sounds like to me. Let's go. It seems like I should have some more Dis coming up at some, or more Brobnar coming up here at some point. So I'll just go Dis. Poltergeist, you're a Hydro Cataloger. Binding Irons you. Lash. Give me more Brobnar. Yes! There we go. That's... Okay, hold on a minute. There's an interesting play here, potentially. Well, maybe not. So I got the Gayernaut combo, and I have Blood of Titans, and Phoenix Heart with a Pound. So depending on how many creatures get played right now, I might be able to do enough board control that I can start going to town with my Gayernaut combo. There is potential here. there is potential. Alright, so we're going Brobnar. Let me think about this here. Alright, so this is deal 2 damage to a creature with 1 splash. 2 to a creature with 1 splash. This is destroy to return this creature to its owner's hand and deal 3 damage to each creature in play. Okay, so if I took the Tide, then Phoenix Heart would kill Chelonia, Photic Raider, Eddie, and Mookling, and deal 3 damage to the Flamegill Enforcer. And I can pound my own Igor. So let me try this. I'll put Phoenix Heart on Igor, raise the Tide, pound the Igor, play Drummernaut, put a Blood of Titans on Drummernaut so I can kill the Flamegill Enforcer, and then begin the combo. Nice. That was a perfect draw, for real. Also, I'm not really paying attention to the rule of 6 or anything right now. I'm kind of just winging it. I'm not in a competitive setting. I'm just having fun, so. Can I do it one more time? Okay, I'll stop right there. Well, that worked out very nicely. That worked out very well. Would I ever do an interview with anyone from Ghost Galaxy? Maybe one of these days I would. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I just don't think my interviewing skills are very good. I think that's the only thing that would keep me from doing it, is just I'm not good at interviewing people. But I mean, I don't think I'd be opposed to it, honestly. There are some constructed deck games that are fun and have a healthy meta. I think the Digimon TCG is a good example of a healthy deck building game. Okay, that's interesting. Usually a few decks will become popular and lots will build them. Then people will build to counter those, and so on and so forth. Okay, that's interesting. That being said, the vast majority are either just the same decks, completely controlling the meta, or the sets are rotated out so fast that it isn't affordable to keep up with the new seasons or sets. Interesting. Yeah, I've always wondered about games like that. The affordability is what eventually pushed me out. I have 3 kids and can't afford spending hundreds of dollars a year to keep up with the standard. Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Ah, Germanaut's dead. Sadness. I do get to Forge, though. Was definitely a good time in my late teens and 20s, but I'm over it now. Nice. Alright, we can go Brobnar again. Play out some dudes. Ganger Chieftain. The Kulf for a quick reap here. Nice. Huh. Yeah, I've always wondered about other deck building games and stuff, and what the meta and everything like that is like about them. Because I've watched a few videos here and there on Magic the Gathering and things like that. And it's just man, doesn't sound like my cup of tea. No, my lash. But it's interesting to hear that there's counters, or people can build deck to counter the meta, or sometimes the meta just gets cycled out really fast. That's interesting. Okay, what do I want to do here? I don't have a ton of Brobnar coming up. I have mostly Dis and Logos coming up. What could I do? Pandemonium's useless. I could drop the Tesmal as a threat. I could Igor again. Drop a standardized testing, Igor, potentially into something good. Like a Setterkin? Ugh. Let's go Logos. Standardized testing and Igor. Interesting. I'll take my Charette, actually. Because he's probably going to hit check this next turn, so I can take him off check, hopefully. I think the only thing I don't enjoy about KeyForge is that at the very top end, the game can get very RNG heavy. I'm currently playing in the KFPL, and the best of one means that sometimes you just get shafted. Yeah, I've been playing in the ABR, and for some of that best of one stuff, like that is exactly what happened to me a couple weeks ago. Is my opponent just drew everything they needed, and I did not draw anything I needed. I couldn't have drawn any worse that game. And since it was best of one, I had no opportunity to redeem myself. It was just all based on luck. Alright, let's discard that Pandemonium, play Charette and Tesmal. That, unfortunately, is the nature of card games. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. The nature of card games. Ooh, this is a nice little Logos hand I have here. I wish I had my interdimensional Grafton hand. Yeah, adaptive is pretty good. Adaptive is a pretty great format for sure. I've been enjoying NKFL though. I've won all of my rounds except one. So that's been fun. Only lost a few games. 2 or 3 games out of like 15, I think. And I have one deck that hasn't lost yet. I've played like 4 or 5 games with it, and it has not lost yet. So that's cool. What's my favorite format? So far, the one I've had most exposure to IRL has been Sealed Alliance, and I've actually been having a lot of fun with that format. Just because I think having a little more versatility, or at least a little more options in what you can do, just getting 2 decks and then being able to put together the best of that is a lot of fun. And then I also did that at Winds of Exchange KeyForge Celebration. At KeyForge Celebration, I entered into the Winds of Exchange Sealed Alliance format, or tournament or whatever, and that was a lot of fun. So I'd say Sealed Alliance is probably my favorite format at the moment. I haven't done too much of it online. I've done a little bit of it online, and I've had a good time with it even then as well. Alright, so we're gonna go Logos. I do not want to Bind Rupture here, so we'll discard that. Play Stutterkin, play Chaos Portal, and poke something for the fun of it. Alright, well now my draws are not coming up the best. Also, what is SAS rating, and is it pretty accurate? So SAS rating, SAS is Synergy Anti-Synergy. That's what it stands for. And it essentially just rates the deck as best it can based on its synergies. So it looks at how good the cards all come together and synergize with each other, the power level and everything. It pretty much just tells you the power level of your deck for the most part. As for its accuracy, it's decently accurate for most sets. Dark Tidings, for some reason SAS is not very good with evaluating Dark Tidings. So usually the SAS for those decks is not super accurate. But for most of the other ones, usually it does a pretty good job of evaluating your deck for you. So, so yeah, that's SAS. But I mean, even for sets that are not Dark Tidings, like sometimes, like actually a pretty decent chunk of the time. What the heck just happened? Oh, I was not even paying attention to the chronophage. I'm too busy talking. But like even for like other sets, like it's usually just a good idea to play your decks, and decide and see for yourself how good the deck actually is. Because a lot of the times your deck can be really underrated. Sometimes it can be super overrated. Like sometimes a deck SAS will be really low, but then you play with it and it actually does really great. Or sometimes the deck SAS will be super high, but you play with it and it turns out it can't really do much of anything. It's just not very good. SAS is decently accurate, not the end-all be-all, but it is a decent indicator of how you'd match up against similar SAS-rated decks. Exactly. It's decently accurate, but it's not the end-all be-all. You cannot take it as the ultimate authority of the power level of a deck. You can definitely, it's a tool. You can definitely use it as a tool to help evaluate the power level of a deck. but it is not the end-all be-all, the ultimate authority on the power level of that deck. This Chronophage is putting me in a very sticky situation. A very sticky situation. Honestly, I don't think I really have any good plays here. I really don't. I really don't. Because I can't Gauntlet of Command anything, which is sad. I have no board. My board would just get taken care of anyway. Excuse me. Sad. Honestly, do I have any direct removal coming up? No, I do not. I think I just lose this game because I don't have any direct removal coming up, and I don't have any way to deal with that Chronophage. Well, good games. Good games. Good games. I'll have to try this one again. Honestly, though, KeyForge is a pretty matchup-dependent game, even more so than constructed TCGs, ironically. Yeah. Oh. Is my Grope gonna stay live? That'd be great if it did. I think it's too late, but... yeah, I think it's too late. Gabut can just kill my Grope right now. No, he reaped. Interesting. I think it's too late because I can't stop. I don't have anything to stop him in any house, either way. So I can Brobnar, Gauntlet of... wait a minute. That's not true. Gauntlet, Groke into Chronophage. And then I can play War Chest. But after that, I don't think I... yeah, no. I don't got anything. I got nothing. I got nothing. Yeah, playing the deck is definitely what you want to do. Definitely, definitely. This is why I think the Brobnar Outpost is one of the best. Being able to instantly kill almost any problem creature is amazing. Yeah. Broken Axe Outpost is one of the better outposts, in my opinion, for sure. I don't think it quite competes with like the Equidon Outpost or anything like that, but I mean, 6 damage just for putting a creature on the bottom of your deck, a friendly creature, that's some great value. 6 damage will kill just about anything, especially the problematic creatures. So I think at some point I'll put out, like once Winds of Exchange stuff starts coming in and I've actually had a chance to play with the outposts and everything, then I'm gonna put out a video where I rank all the outposts. I think that could be a fun video. Ranking the outposts from worst to best. That'd be fun. Alright, well, we're just gonna concede right there. GG. Thanks for... whoa. Thanks for playing. Okay. Let's play one more game. Or if I win with this deck, if I win right here, then I might play another one, but we'll have to see what happens. As for the starting hand, yes, I'll keep that. Gangrenaut to start? Heck yeah. They're mostly awesome. They're the opposite of ships. Yeah, pretty much all the outposts are pretty darn solid. What is my favorite house? My favorite house is House Sanctum. It's definitely not the most competitive house out there. It's not like super strong or anything most of the time, but I just love it for its theming. I love like the knights and everything, and then I also love armor. Armor is one of my favorite mechanics in the game. I love that it can just protect against some of that direct damage, and I love that it can be really annoying and pesky sometimes. And with cards like Urian the Circumspect doing a great job of like capitalizing off of how much ember you have or how much armor you have on your creatures, it's like I just love armor overall. Armor's a lot of fun. So the armor, the theming, and then also the fact that it has Doorstep to Heaven. Doorstep to Heaven is my second favorite card in the whole game. So yeah, the theming, the armor, Doorstep to Heaven, all of it is so good. So House Sanctum is my favorite. And I mean, and Sanctum does have some strong stuff sometimes. Like Sanctum does have some really powerful stuff. If you get all the right cards. But in general, it's not usually super great. Sanctum and Winds of Exchange looks kind of cracked though. I'd argue it's the third best house, tied with Equidon. Interesting. You'll have to explain yourself for that one. I have not heard people say very good things about Sanctum in Winds of Exchange, honestly. I've heard most people are not a huge fan of Sanctum in Winds of Exchange. So I mean, I don't think it looks terrible. I actually think it looks pretty decent. But yeah, third best house. Expound, please. My favorite is Equidon. Okay. Yeah, Equidon is insane. Literally bonkers. Okay, so sadly my Dromonaut dies because what happened? It took damage from Fila, so Dromonaut dies against the Project ZYX, which is sad. Maybe we just do it anyway though. You know? Maybe we just do it anyway. Because I don't want the Project ZYX alive. So we can reap. Ganger. Bop, bop. Boom. Now I got some nice logos and stuff. Very nice, very nice. I think Winds of Exchange house rankings are number 1 on Fathy, 2 Brobnar, 3 Equidon, 4 Mars. That's all stuff I definitely agree with. 100%. I did a lot of deck testing, and there are some really great combinations in Sanctum, and combines really well with Disruption from Unfat. Interesting, yeah. Sanctum does have some pretty cracked stuff, for sure, in Winds of Exchange. So maybe it is more reliant on the synergies from the other houses in your deck then. So if you have like some really good Disruption from Unfat, like you're saying, then that can support the Sanctum. Or the Sanctum can support it. So maybe Sanctum is more of a support house in Winds of Exchange as opposed to a primary or main house or whatever. Okay, let's go logos and standardized testing. To clear the board, Igor, put the Binate Rupture in hand, and poke. I will say though, the decks that GG sends us for deck testing are specifically built to push limits. Oh, interesting. Interesting, interesting. Oh gosh, that Stutterkin, that's scary. At least this is the perfect time for a Binate Rupture. No Brig, but I can Binate Rupture, that's fun. Lazarus, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you in the chat. Has my Winds of Exchange shipped yet? No, it hasn't. I haven't even gotten an email or anything yet. Oh, I'm distraught. My Winds of Exchange has not shipped yet. Hopefully any day now. I've been checking my email constantly for that shipping email, but no luck yet. So sad. Multiple membership drives can get nutty in the right deck. That's so true. Multiple membership drives, multiple epic poems. I mean, there's a number of cards that are like, make this and then gain Ember for all of this that you have. And it's just wild. And membership drive is one of them. All right, Yerk, discard Kolf, Lash, Charette, Soulkeeper, Charette. I know, it is a bummer. I'll do my best to stay strong. I'll do my best. I think I'll make it. I've waited this long for Winds of Exchange, I can wait a little bit longer. So maybe the top end Sanctum is just nutty, but on average it's not as good. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Is that I think average Sanctum is just that, pretty average. Nothing to write home about. As opposed to like average Dis is like still kind of crazy. Or still super annoying half the time. I could see the best high-end woe being Mars Sanctum Saurian, and that spams Beltorn Warriors. I could see high-end Winds of Exchange being like Unfathomable Equidon Brobnar, or Unfathomable Equidon Mars, maybe. Beltorn Warrior is a terrifying token creature for sure, or even I think Prospector is going to be super important token creature, and Emberling I think is also going to be really important. Okay, what the heck is going on here? Can I stop this key? Yes, but then they're also stopping mine, which is not ideal. Well, that's not true. I don't have to play with Pandemonium. I can just use the Lash. So let's go Dis. Poltergeist. Fetch drones, I guess. I discarded Tesmal and Gauntlet of Command. That's funny. Play that there. Just gonna discard that. Reap. Lash. Ooh, interdimensional graft. Perfect timing. Literally perfect timing for the graft. Sorin is the only house I have found met in Winds of Exchange. Not because it's bad, it was just not as fun. Interesting. Sorin is mad, but high end should theoretically be able to spam lots of tokens and then ward them all. True. Lots of Belatoran warriors. At first, I didn't rate Belatoran warrior very high just because of training costs. But it turns out that even with training costs, Belatoran warrior is still insane because it's so huge. So then you just have like 6 massive Belatoran warriors all in the same house that you can just either reap out with or do a lot of fighting with. So if the opponent doesn't have board control, I mean, I'm talking like direct removal or like entire board wipes to deal with those warriors, then they're going to be in a lot of trouble for real. And hopefully, ideally, you could just like tokenize training costs, you know? Tokenize it, and then you don't have to deal with it. Alright, Logos, interdimensional graft, perfect timing. Memory chip, Sutterkin, rocket boots on the Sutterkin. Give me your Ember. Berserker tokens. Ability to come in, smash, and reap is really strong, I found. Interesting. Pedro, welcome to the chat. Awesome to have you in the stream. Welcome. Hello from Brazil. Recently found out about the game, fell in love with it, bought like 40 decks, been given away to people in my city trying to revive the game here. That is so awesome to hear. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. That's awesome. Glad to hear you're loving the game. Glad to hear that you're getting other people involved. That's awesome. And a Brazil fan. Glad to have you. When do you think Winds of Exchange will release? Well, people are getting their GameFound shipments this month for the most part. Foreign, well, I say foreign because I'm in America, but I mean like other countries besides America. What the heck just happened? Where'd my Ember go? Oh my goodness, Forge Master Og. Very well played, Forge Master Og. So America, or at least the US or whatever, they're getting their Winds of Exchange GameFound shipments right now. Let's go dis again. Other countries is going to be an extra few weeks, and then from what I've heard, Winds of Exchange will be hitting retail, what was it, like July or something? I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm so sad I couldn't hit check right there. So sad. Yeah, I got all my friends playing it now as well. Kind of jealous that they're now playing it without me. Love your content, keep it up. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much for watching. Glad to have you. Helps a lot, someone getting on the train so late. Hey, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm glad to be there to help people enjoy the game. Oh my goodness, my opponent is really popping off right now. Holy crap, what is going on? Okay. What sort of board control do they have? Burn the Stockpile. Have they played that yet? Please tell me you've played your Burn the Stockpile. No. And they only have 5 cards left. In hand. Or in to draw, I mean. Do they have things to take me off at 6? Alright, there's a couple key abductions. Hold on a minute. Key abduction. His fetch drones is gone. There's nothing in the Mars that I see. Obviously nothing in the Logos. And then if I don't play a creature, Groke can't do anything to me. So I think if I hit 6 right here, I should be safe unless they somehow miraculously pull off a key abduction. So we're gonna go Brobnar, play Gauntlet, play Pound, right there maybe? Discard Groke. Now I just have to hope for no key abduction. I just gotta hope for no key abduction. I don't think they have enough for a key abduction with only 6 cards in hand. So only going to 6 there, I think, saves me from burning the stockpile. Logos shouldn't have anything, right? Hopefully. Please. Doesn't look like it. All right. Let's go. Let's get it. Well, cool. Got the W. I think going to 6 may have saved me from burning the stockpile. Maybe he didn't have it in hand, but I thought he probably did because he only had 5 cards left to draw. Okay, so this deck is now 1-1. I think I probably got time for one more. Let's go one more to finish off this deck. If it wins, whoa, that's not the right deck. If it wins, then it's 2-1. If it loses, 1-2. Cool. Yeah, I was afraid of that burning the stockpile, so I figured going to 6 might be the best bet. As a suggestion, it would be awesome to have a tutorial on what you're doing right now. Crucible Online, I mean, a lot of people don't know about it. Not a lot of content on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, I would actually love to make a tutorial video on the Crucible Online. I think somebody, I think it might have been Dinobot, made a video on, it was like a TCO tutorial, but I would absolutely be down to do that myself. Maybe get some more coverage on it or something. There's no such thing as too much KeyForge content, KeyForge coverage. My favorite house. I actually just answered this question for somebody else, but my favorite house is House Sanctum. House Sanctum, it has armor. I absolutely love armor. It's just because, oh, I guess we're playing against this guy again. So I love armor just because armor can be kind of pesky. It protects your creatures, and I'm just a fan of that. Okay, we're definitely keeping that in hand. So there's that. The armor. Doorstep to Heaven. I love Doorstep to Heaven. The theming, the knights and everything. I love knights. The monks are, like, the Sanctum monks are kind of cool, but I definitely prefer the knights. Oh, maybe this deck will have better luck, he says. Ooh, a Logos Scullion. That's cool. Key Abduction again. And there's some Sanctum. Very nice. Alright, so yeah, we're going Logos, throwing down Sutterkin. The turn 1 Sutterkin threat. Oh, well, that's rude. Burster Joya? Very rude. Very, very rude. We're gonna go Logos anyway, how about that? Rocket Boots that Sutterkin, even though I can't reap with them. Igor. Ganguzel, Gauntlet of Commander, Soulkeeper? Ooh. Maybe the other Gauntlet. I have no idea. Play that right there, and then play that Gauntlet. Huh. Man, that Burster Joya really screwed me over right there. How sad. Okay, yeah, Dinobot did have a TCO tutorial. I had the feeling he did. I thought I saw that somewhere. Yeah, Doorstep to Heaven is my second favorite card. My favorite is not Either Spider. Either Spider is like my third favorite, I think. Either my third or fourth favorite. My all-time favorite card is Punctuated Equilibrium. I love that card. It's such a strong card. Its effect is amazing. Its artwork is amazing. Overall, Punky Q is one of my favorites. It's my all-time favorite, in fact. Okay, wow, things are getting out of hand very quickly. Okay, we're gonna go Brognar, for sure. We are going to play Gauntlet. This Phoenix Heart is actually super helpful right now. Yeah, we can play Groke, Phoenix Heart, and then Gauntlet Groke into how about Barrister Joya, and then Bilgam Avalanche and Groke. Oh, we got the Brig in hand. Dude, literally just drew into both pieces of Brig. Incredible. My favorite is really random, but it is We Can All Win. Hey, that's a cool card, honestly. That's a good contender for favorite for sure. Just like keys at -2 for a couple turns, or for a turn, that's cool. I'm actually getting a tattoo of the Starlands logo with We Can All Win across it. Nice. That's super cool. Jason's favorite card is Lateral Shift. Nice. That's a crazy card. I wonder that card had better be like a rare, or maybe like an uncommon or something. I don't even know about uncommon. Maybe like a rare for whatever set it shows up in. Because that's such a wild card, such a crazy card. Definitely a good favorite. Okay, I'm really sad I don't have any Ember right now. Actually, hold on a minute. Why don't we go Brobnar, Kolf, War Chest, Unstun, Unstun, and then I can get some fighting done here. Kolf into... Dude, this... See, this is a prime example right now. This one singular armor on Baron Menjivin is making it so my Kolf cannot kill him just in one fight. I have to fight him twice just to get rid of the Baron Menjivin, and it's because of his armor. That's the reason I love Sanctum so much, is that armor can be so annoying. It can result in the opponent having to fight multiple times. It nullifies and shuts down their small direct damage, like pain reactions and stuff like that. I love armor. Alright, anyway, Kolf into Baron, and then Gauntlet. How about Bilgam Avalanche into Baron? And then next turn, Brig. I'm so sad I do not have any Ember myself. Otherwise, this Brig would be mega potent. But how hilarious that I actually drew into my Brig this early. For some reason, I'm like notoriously bad at drawing into Binary Rupture in a dimensional draft in like a timely fashion. Do I have any houses I hate playing against? Houses I hate playing against. Well, first I'm gonna Brig this guy. That was a fat Brig if I've ever seen one, for sure. I hate playing against AoE Mars. Okay, interesting. Like Genka in particular. Yeah, I don't like playing against Genka either. I personally really dislike playing against I don't know. There's some pretty degenerate like mass mutation pods out there, like particularly in like Untamed. There's some pretty terrible, like really annoying Untamed mass mutation pods. Also, like Dark Tidings Logos and Starlines can also just be absolute cancer to play against, like KeyForge and stuff like that, and like the crazy stuff you can do with like what is it, like the Groundbreaking Discovery set combined with like Rocketeer Triska or like Unity or Discords. I mean, there's just some really ridiculous stuff. Just some really dumb stuff that you can do. Okay, let's go. Well, this Logos is kind of annoying. We can go Dis, Binding Irons, Streak, Charette. I guess we're just gonna cycle a little bit here. I really wish I could hit check right now, but Pandemonium is not gonna help. Oh, Gangernaut is online. Gangernaut is online. But yeah, I don't know. There's not really anything I hate playing against that much. Maybe Worlds Collide Starlines. Okay. No. I think that's it. I think my least favorite thing to play against would be either Worlds Collide Starlines or Worlds Collide Saurian. It's either one of those two. Because like so much of the time, especially in like high level play, it just feels like there's nothing you can do against it. Like, obviously there is if you have the cards, but like most of the time for me, it's just like there's just not much I can do. You know, it just doesn't feel like there's that much you can do about it, and it's just so ridiculously powerful for no reason. Martian Generosity is most hated card. Wow, most hated card. Crazy. This is a pretty insane card for sure. I think the combo in general is like the entire Genka combo is pretty ridiculous. But I mean, Generosity as a card, I'm not like super mad at. All right, let's pop off with some Brobnar here. Gauntlet. What do we want to do? Whoa. Throw down that and that. Oh, we'll have a really nice war chest right here as well. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Reap out a little bit here. I think I can do it one more time here, right? Nope. But I can Gauntlet there. Did I reap? I don't know if I did or not. Apparently not. Whatever. That's fine. It was a good turn anyway. My favorite house is Mars. I use a double Crystal Hive deck. Nice. Yeah, that's some burst right there. That is some speed. That is some speed. Billy, welcome to the stream. Long time no see. Super glad to have you. It's going great. I'm having a good time with this deck. I just brigged my opponent, and then I just went to town with the Gangernaut combo. So I'm having a real good time. So far, I've been drawing into things at just the right times, just when I need them. So it's been great. How have you been? Glad to see you. It's been such a long time. How have you been? Alright, so I forge. And then what would be a good turn here? You know what I mean? I could... Well, this Sanctum is kind of annoying, I must say. What's coming up? Oh, I got lots of Dis coming up, so maybe I cycle into Dis. And then put myself at check. What does Standardized Testing kill? Oh, it does not kill the Borden, which is sad. Because the Stinking Lion, Botchram, and Shell the Safeguard, but hopefully that'll force them into a Sanctum turn. So I'll go Logos and drop a Chaos Portal and a Memory Chip, Standardized Testing, and then I'll hit check with the Poke, and hopefully that forces them back into Sanctum to deal with my key, and then they can't do much else and maybe not hit check. Also, they only have 5 cards in hand. Then maybe that'll give me time to drop my Lasher Broken Dream, so the turn after that, if they do hit check on their second turn after this one, then I can tax them and maybe win. Going Logos. Okay, so they're going Logos. So they shouldn't be able to stop in Logos, right? Oh, Sigil of Brotherhood. Nice. Perfect Sigil of Brotherhood. I don't know if I currently... Oh, hold on a minute. I could go Brobnar. I don't see a doorstep to heaven. Borden's gone. Mizzix Resonator. is potentially online, hopefully buried in the 17 cards coming up there. Logos obviously doesn't have anything. So it looks like that Nizik Resonator is the only thing that would be able to stop me currently. So if I do that, he needs the Nizik Resonator to stop me, I think. Dang, sounds like it's been a pretty good game. I've been good, just busy with my job, but super excited for my Winds of Exchange decks to come. Heck yeah. Yep, everybody's looking forward to that Winds of Exchange, man. Same here. I'm also waiting for those displays. Ugh. Alrighty. Well, this deck ended up going 2-1, so it is pretty fun. I may or may not keep it around, honestly. I might. We'll see what happens. It's just kind of a pretty average deck. Has the Brig. If the cards come out right, then it puts in work for the most part. What SAS rating-ish do you think your Curse Relic Prospector will be like? Around 85. Honestly, I think that's about right. I would probably rate it around there. Because it has consistently beaten decks that are in the 80s. I've beaten a couple 80 plus SAS decks with my Curse Relic Prospector deck. And then it's beaten a number of other decks as well. I know that it has a few pretty bad matchups, so like if it ended up going up against a deck with like a few too much to protect and stuff like that, then I would definitely struggle. Or if I went up against another super bursty deck, there's not like a ton of Ember control in it, but it is a pretty solid deck. I'd probably put it mid 80s for sure. But yeah. Okay, but I think that'll do it for tonight's stream. We played through a few decks, a couple Mass Mutation ones, an Age of Ascension one. Overall, the decks were pretty fun, honestly. The two Mass Mutation ones were quite enjoyable. And then this AOA was also quite enjoyable. So, yeah, thank you, everybody. I mean, I see 18 people in the stream right now. That is awesome. That's it. A lot of people, quite honestly. So, thank you to everybody who stopped in to watch the live stream. It was awesome chatting with you, having you here to chat with and enjoy some KeyForge with. So yeah, Winds of Exchange coming out in May. I should have a video coming out on Thursday to enjoy. And then once again, I'm working on some channel membership stuff. So if any of you guys are interested in becoming in channel members, Aembermedes channel members, once that stuff is up and running, then hopefully that'll be an option. And if not, that's fine too. It's obviously just all an optional stuff, but it should be cool. I'm just coming up with awesome perks for you guys to enjoy when the channel memberships do go live. But yeah, Billy, Pedro, great to have you all in here. And yeah, I can't wait to see you all again in the next one. Again, thank you all so much for coming through and watching the stream. It was awesome. See you later.